Are you worried that if someone needs a nursing home in your family soon, that you will go through and exhaust all of your assets, leaving you and your family unable to care for yourselves in later years? If so, you've come to the right place. This is Wait a Financial Minute, where a couple of minutes spent with me and my guests will save you $1 or more. Of course, I'm being a little silly here. But I do have Michael A. Babiars with me, and he is a retired attorney at law, and he is going to help us sort out this very issue. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Well, you're quite welcome. And hey, $1 saved is $1 earned. We're just sort of updating Ben Franklin here a little bit.
Hey,
But
people are getting paid to watch YouTube.
the scenario where you're looking at a nursing home and it's imminent, that's a tough one. That's a very challenging situation. Because when people are looking at long-term care in a nursing home, there's really 4 ways to pay for it. Medicare pays almost nothing. Many people are surprised to hear that, but Medicare tends to pay for short-term rehab kinds of stuff. If you're needing a long-term care in a nursing home because of cognitive issues or something like that, or maybe a family member is, Medicare is not going to typically do much for you. We have long-term care insurance, but hey, if you haven't bought that already, it's too late. And frankly, it's not a very big player right now in the whole realm of long-term care. Most people don't buy that kind of insurance. So we're left with the last 2, which provide the lion's share of the money. And that's Medicaid, our welfare program for those folks who qualify, and private pay, which is your pocket or perhaps your spouse's pocket. Now, one of the things that sometimes gets thrown into the mix is oftentimes family members think they're also could be responsible for those costs. Like children may be worried that they're may be responsible for their parents' long-term care costs. And generally, children are not responsible for their parents' debts. They can make themselves responsible by signing a guarantor on a contract. So you have to be very cautious about that, of course. But generally, we're looking at either a single individual or a married couple, and that's what we're looking at when it comes to the whole concept of protecting assets. And the way you're going to protect assets is to use less on private pay care and transition to the Medicaid system quicker. Can you do that if the nursing home is imminent? Well, it's challenging, but don't give up hope is the tip for today. If you do have a situation like that where you or perhaps your spouse are going to be entering a nursing home and needing long-term care, don't immediately assume that, well, the nursing home is 5 or 10 grand a month or more, some areas of the country, and that's just going to get, thrown out the window and there's nothing I can do about it. There are still some ability to plan within the Medicaid rules legally and legitimately to try to minimize as best you can the impact on your estate and to protect as many assets as you possibly can. So again, challenging, but the takeaway for today is don't give up the ship. There may still be a port you can navigate to.
Excellent. So plan early, plan often. This issue is not insurmountable.
Correct.
Yes, because it could seem very daunting at the outset. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And I dealt with a lot of this when I practiced law for 25 years. Elder law was one of my areas of concentration, along with traditional estate planning, estate administration, asset protection planning across all realms, and even some corporate and business matters. And what it really boiled down to is I dealt with a lot of families, and I was always dealing with folks who were protecting themselves, their families, and their assets. And people of everything from multimillionaires to maybe multi-thousandaires, folks that perhaps are more modest in their means. I've retired from practice, so I don't give legal advice, don't meet with clients anymore, but I did do a lot of teaching while I was in practice, taught at a college, taught at adult ed, continue to teach. And so that gives me the opportunity to take some of my knowledge, take some of my background, use it perhaps on a show like this today, or create courses that help others as they're looking at this whole big scenario of how to protect assets in a lot of different realms.
Excellent. Well, plan out early, plan often. And if anybody is interested in checking out our course, Protect Yourself and Your Assets, please refer to the link below. And if you love our videos, please don't hesitate to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that bell. And thank you so much, Michael, for being on the show. And thank you, audience, for tuning in.